Hello there, plant friends. My name is Haniya Ray, and today we're going to be talking about the newly popular Ficus Audrey plant. I scooped up a baby Ficus Audrey a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and I believe it was only 10 bucks, which was kind of awesome because sometimes the prices on these trendy plants get to be a little much. I got it from a place called Decking Plants in Chinatown in Manhattan. If you haven't been there, it's awesome. They actually had a few pink princess philodendrons. I mean, I guess there was only like 4 leaves, but it was about 100 bucks. I didn't get one for myself, but they definitely have really great deals if you pay attention and walk around their shop. Anyway, back to my Ficus Audrey. So this guy is super happy, but he's also in need of a repot. He's growing literally out of the bottom of the pot. It's nice and healthy. These roots look really great, so I'm not too worried about repotting him because he's not in any sort of duress. One of the main things about Ficus Audrey is that it almost looks like a Ficus lyrata if you can look at the leaves, but it doesn't have that paddle shape. It is simply a nice egg shape of a leaf. They're also supposedly a lot easier to care for. I haven't noticed a huge difference as of yet between these guys and my lyrata, but to be honest, I think a lot of ficus plants are easier to care for than the lyrata, especially when you think about how many Ficus elasticas you could probably have compared to one lyrata that dies one after the other. Anyway, let's get planting. Looks like this guy may have been propagated by leaf, which is kind of neat because there's a leaf clearly halfway out of the soil. What I'm gonna do is just loosen him up, hold the main stem like you would do any other large plant. I'm gonna pull him out. Oh, he's root bound. Can you guys see this? Ugh, poor guy. I mean, he's fine. He'll be fine. It's not crazy, but he definitely needed to go somewhere. All right. And I'm gonna put him in a slightly bigger pot. Actually, it is about 1 inch around, if you see. It's not that much bigger than you would expect. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I know ficus trees are trees and they like to expand. And I'm gonna put this little saucer right underneath this pot so that my dirt doesn't go straight through. In front of me, I have a soil mixture that is perlite, vermiculite, coconut coir, I think some pumice, and then regular seed starting soil. Ew, there's some fungus gnats in here. Why are fungus gnats always in the soil? I put a few inches in the bottom of the pot, and now I'm just gonna slowly break up the roots, as you would any other plant, maybe not too much, just enough to get him to loosen up a little bit so he's not so tightly compact in here. Something I'm curious if anyone wants to tell me is, did you do planting a lot with your grandparents? I remember my grandfather telling me not to destroy the roots when I loosen them up, and I was just a kid and I would just like snap the bigger roots, and obviously now I can understand why you're not supposed to do that, but I was just so excited to be helping. I thought that the more roots you broke, the better. Anyway, just curious how many people had gardening indoor or outdoor as part of their lives growing up. I think that that's super fun, and I'm hoping to pass out that love onto my children someday. Anyway, so now that he's in there, I'm putting the potting soil around him, and we should be good to go. I might, to just kill these fungus gnats off, what I'm gonna do is probably put sand on top of him and then just start bottom watering. Instead of sand for this guy, I'm gonna put Japanese akadama, pumice, and black llama on top. This is Superfly Bonsai Boon Mix bonsai soil. But I don't need very much of it. I'm just gonna spread it on the surface of this pot so that any fungus gnats that try to emerge will be stopped by rocks. I also think it looks aesthetically more pleasing. I just don't have a ton of this stuff to put on every single plant. And what would my carnivorous plant eat if you didn't have fungus gnats, right? Beautiful. So if you've never owned a ficus before, or even if you have, most of them love bright light, and this guy is no exception. I keep him under a full spectrum GE grow light that's about 4 feet long in my back room, and he seems to love it there. He doesn't seem to require any special fertilizer. I just sometimes give him a little bit of vitamin B if I want more root growth, but seeing as he's totally fine on his own to grow some roots, I'm not gonna deal with giving him extra fertilizer just yet. He's putting out a new leaf since I got him, so that's pretty great. He did get a little dry, so I think that's why this new buddy is curling slightly. Ugh, that sounds terrible. But if you can see, this buddy is curling slightly because I let him dry out just a tiny bit too much last week, so I think it may have impacted that leaf. We'll see. But he does have another new guy coming up right here, so it's not totally a loss. Other than that, I would say bottom water maybe once a week, and he seems pretty comfy in this pot, so he probably won't need to be repotted for another year or so. Hopefully I can get him yay big, another couple inches taller, maybe larger, we'll see. But all in all, I think he's a very gorgeous plant, very elegant and simple. Doesn't have the waxiness on the leaves like the Ficus lyrata does, but I kind of like this matte green color. It's really beautiful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or suggestions. Thanks for watching, and feel free to watch my Ficus Altissima video coming up next.